It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, celebrating a lot about youth, asking you the question, how do we bring the most out of them? And maybe when we have this conversation, we'll find out exactly how. Because this morning we have the privilege of chatting with an exceptional swimmer. He goes by the name of Wade Beukes. Remember this name, Mzansi. Now, just at the age of 17 years old, Wade has already qualified for the 2024 Gold Coast Lifesaving Championships and the Junior World's Open Water in Alghero, Italy. Now, with his sights set on competing in the 2028 Olympic Games in Los Angeles, he's definitely making a splash in the world of aquatics, and his trajectory is definitely on the right path. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the future! Bro, how you doing?
Good, good.
Will you two ever be able to compete against one another? Can you?
Sure.
Can you just keep going? And can you just keep going? Can you just keep this going?
I think I will officially now hand the baton over. I'm not even going to try.
Oh, buddy, I was going to make the mistake of going through a list of accolades that you've achieved.
But
and
we don't
honestly,
have
we wouldn't have
hours.
time to ask you a question. This is just crazy, dude. Because it feels like you've become hyper-specialized in about 10 different things, okay? What is this? Are you a swimmer? Are you a lifesaver? Are you just someone who needs to push your body? Put it into perspective. At 17, to have achieved all of this, what do you enjoy the most when you're out there, dude?
Well, to be honest, I think I enjoy the most is actually open water swimming because it kind of also compensates with my life saving because
Yeah,
it's
for
similar
sure.
type of swimming. And the pool swimming is just like a kind of benefit to make me stronger in all that sense of things. So it's kind of like the base of all my swimming that I do. And it just helps me a lot in getting and growing into the sport and all the disciplines I do.
Which you are.
And I think you definitely are cracking the nail on the head there, man. Like, you are becoming an open water specialist. And I look at some of the likes of some of our past, Chad Ho's example.
Yes.
Perfect example of a lifeguard who did open water swimming and mastered that space. And you're pretty much on the trajectory towards what I think is that next step. Okay, you mastered life-saving,
Yeah.
you've got open water swimming. Now we're talking about Olympics. This is
Yeah.
a big, big goal, man.
Yeah.
You're taking on a
Yes.
big endeavor here, but it seems like you're already on the right path. What do you feel could potentially even get in the way, if anything?
Well, I think my biggest challenge that I may actually face is going through a mental state to try to stay positive when I know I may have a bad training session or this is a bad race. It's just so important, as all athletes know, is to stay in a positive mental space and to always keep positive no matter what happens.
And this coming from a kid who's writing business science in about 45 minutes, I think. You always seem to be smiling, so I would imagine you've got quite a well-practiced mechanism for getting your head right.
Yes.
What do you do? What do you say to yourself? Do you hear your mom or your dad's, your opa's voice? What happens to bring that mind into focus?
Well, mainly what I do is just before I would go into the water, I would just tell myself, am I going to really let this go to waste? Or am I going to really let someone despise me for being who I am?
Yeah.
Or am I going to let someone bring me down just because they said I can't achieve this? And I use that to motivate me to be able to push beyond my current threshold.
Now I understand why you look like a crazy person just walking around talking to yourself the whole time.
But it's a tough thing, and I even chatted to my nephew and niece. I was out in Joburg, also doing incredible things as a young age. And something that I am so inspired by is how you deal with the moment. When I was younger, I would get sick. I would get petrified of these big events because
Couldn't eat.
I believed I could produce the result. But now you got to actually show that and come to the party. That's a different case, right? How have you practiced being able to show up? I know we're talking about switching on, which is one thing. Cool, I'm on, I'm ready. But now you've got to deliver, take everything you practice and execute that. How does that process work for you? Is it a simple thing?
Well, it kind of is. What I've learned over doing all of these sports and all of the events that I do is that it's best to rather step back and to take things as they come in time. Because when you start to look into the future more, you can start to become more overwhelmed with things and become more nervous, and you're most likely to not perform at the best of your ability. So I tend to just rather think as what I'm about to do, think what I need to execute during this time period and event, and then I just take it as it comes,
Yeah, dude, I can't wait, because the joy of this job, and he's a little bit younger than me, so he hasn't experienced it quite to the degree that but I'll get to probably interview you when you make it into that Olympic team.
Yes.
And hopefully get to interview you when you get that Olympic medal, because this is how it works. You've manifested where you are right now, and it's the first step of many, dude, but you've made it. You've done that first massive thing, which is believe in yourself in a way that I don't think we've had a young athlete kind of speak with this level of...
No, with this integrity, man.
Yeah.
And I want to make a deal with you, bro. Can you just promise me when you win a medal at the Olympics, we're going to get the first interview, right?
Okay, yes.
Okay, deal. Yes, in the bag.
Bless you, child. Yeah, but I love the fact that you're taking it step or stroke by stroke, just with the love of the open water. Just come back, okay? Just don't just keep going, man. We absolutely love it. And I'm not going to say this just you. Everyone who is writing exams at the moment, especially you, buddy, just you know what to say to yourself on the way to the exam now. You've got this. Are you really going to let this opportunity pass you by? I don't think so, man. But a massive, massive pleasure to connect with you this morning. Keep
Thank
going
you so
strong,
much.
bro.
Thank you.